I'm in New York. Ahmed, where are you, man? You're not here.
And I'm not in New York this time. I'm in Virginia. I am visiting my fam, dropping my dog off before I head out on my honeymoon. So
Okay.
I'm in VA, but I did get to vote before I left.
You voted.
I voted,
Of course you did. Of
of
course. Of
course.
course. Did you vote in person? How'd you do it?
I did it in person, the election day
Okay.
morning, and it was super
How was
smooth.
it? How was it?
It was smooth. I mean, it wasn't that packed, but I live right across from the school
Okay.
that I go to vote at, and it was a smooth process, man. And the ranked choice voting system is just so much cooler, and like
It
forces you to look
is.
into all the candidates and decide. So
Yeah, because you're making multiple decisions, right? That's really
exactly.
cool. Okay, so you walk in, are you head over there? Are there like people outside? Are there Mamdani signs and Cuomo signs everywhere? What is it? What does it
No
look like as you
Cuomo.
walk
It's
to the
just a
school?
swarm of Mamdani people. That was it.
Really?
Yeah, just Mamdani people, and then they hand you a little card that said this is who like the campaign recommends you rank from 1 to 4,
Yeah. Okay.
and they were on it. They were on it, and there's a reason why they whooped Cuomo's ass. Frankly,
Yeah. Yeah. There is. It's the people. It was people powered in a way that other campaigns only talk about, and maybe in a way that's unique to New York. But we can talk about that a little bit. What do you think? Like, what are you hearing from your family, friends that you're around? Like, this is ripples for people who not only people who live in New York, but people everywhere who pay attention to politics are like, what in the hell just happened?
so a lot of my progressive friends are super hyped. Most people I
Yeah.
know are just hyped on the change. There are some people who are a little more wary. I think because I'm married into a Jewish family, of course. All of them, all of my nuclear family, pretty much is they're all pro Zohran. But there's some
Nice.
friends and stuff who I think have fallen for some of the
Yeah.
fallen into some of the stuff around Israel, or maybe think they're excited. But they're wondering whether or not he's fully for them. But
Mm,
I've had to tell him like he to listen to his words and like listen
yeah.
to what he's actually saying and not just the attacks, because he's made it very clear that attacking the Netanyahu is not equivalent of attacking all Jews, and he's tried to explain his position. But basically, mainly it's broad based excitement. It's just a thrill that like we got a 30. This dude is 33. For some reason, I didn't look up his age. I didn't know his age before, but he's 1 year older than me.
I was saying he's the same age as you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
1 year older than me, and first I got to get to work. I got to work harder to catch up to being, to that. But it's
The bar's been
exciting. This is
raised, man.
crazy. 33-year-old
Yeah.
mayor, man. It's wonderful. Mostly, I'm just hearing excitement from people, and they just want to change. We want to break the pattern of electing weirdo mayors, man. Eric Adams, like, oh, it's just
Yeah, Eric Adams, Cuomo. I mean, it's like they couldn't find anybody else that had moderate-ish political views and a better, cleaner record than that. Um, so yeah, I was in Astoria last night. I did a couple videos from Astoria. We walked in. We pushed our arrival at this party late because we were like, polls don't close till 9.
yeah.
It's ranked choice voting, so this is going to be, maybe it's going to be days, maybe weeks before this thing is resolved. And we go and get gelato, like we went to get gelato at this place, and then we walk in. As we walk in, there's like this explosion of people, and they're like, "He conceded. He conceded." I'm like, "We're like what?" I'm like holding my, I like walk in,
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
like,
saw that
"Wait,
video.
what? What?" And then like random dudes are like hugging me and dapping me up. It was pure joy, man. Pure joy.
Yeah.
Uh, we interviewed people, and those are gonna come out soon. Where like they were like, I didn't believe he could win. Like I'm here and I'm hopeful and everything. But in the back of my mind, I was like, no way, man. This country doesn't let people like this win. He's too earnest. He believes what he says too much. He's too idealistic. He wants to help too many people. Like that's not the way the world works, as evidenced by the election of Donald Trump, right? There's a lot to go off of here. And then, all that was blown away. And all of a sudden now we've got this. I mean, it's kind of an Obama moment, man, where there's hope again. And maybe it was a Kamala moment too when she got the nomination. But, she didn't win an election.
Exactly.
and and she didn't even win a primary.
No.
Okay, Kamala Harris has never won a primary election for national. So, she did a lot in her state. Let me give her credit in
Of course.
California,
Yeah.
but that was a long time ago. Politics is different. So, him winning an election against somebody who represents the establishment is a huge deal.
It was massive. And yeah, I sent a tweet. I was saying that it's the biggest day for people with names that scare Fox News since Barack Hussein Obama's W.
That's
Like
good.
it's
That's
a
good,
big
man.
day. I mean, my name's Ahmed Baba.
Ahmed
Just
Baba.
by
Yeah, yeah,
association, telling some of my friends that go by Zach. You met Zach. His
yeah,
full
yeah.
name's Zachariah. I was like, dude, you better start going by the Arab name again. It's cool
Yeah,
now. It's swag
it's
again.
cool
You
now.
better You better stop shortening the Zachariah. But
That's
basically,
good.
no. I mean, overall, like you're right. It's just this excitement, and it's this. And I think people, again, like you mentioned, people feel like we might not be able to have this because of the Trump election. Honestly, I think people take the wrong lessons from Trump's appeal and Trump's win.
I
I
agree.
think Trump winning helps explain how Zohran won in totally different ways.
Yeah.
They're not similar at all. But what people miss is that to the the people that the base that Trump appeals to, he's authentic and they love him
Yeah.
and like him.
Yeah.
Zohran, people love and like.
Yeah.
I was
That's right.
skeptical because I didn't know who he was at first.
Yeah.
I learned about him from one
Nobody
of his volunteers.
did.
Nobody did. I learned about it from one of his volunteers. I was like, who is this guy? Came out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
over watching, I'm less sold on his policies. I don't know. I frankly don't think a lot of them are even feasible or will actually happen, to be totally transparent with you.
Sure.
But I like the guy. I like
Yeah.
the human being, and I trust
Yeah.
him as a human being. And that's
Yeah.
what sold most Americans. Trump had a similar appeal to his base, right? Totally different reasons. And I'm not comparing the two, and I hope, Mustafa, you don't clip this part and put me on TikTok trying to compare Trump and Zohran. I'm not comparing Trump and
No, it's
Zohran.
okay because
Do
I'll
not
go
clip
next.
this.
No, we are. I'll clip it because I'm going to go next. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is the appeal of a populist or appeal of someone who speaks to the people is similar across these party lines, right? Like there's a reason AOC has an appeal. There's a reason why Trump appeals to his base. People want people who seem real. Zohran was crying, talking about how he felt being attacked as a Muslim and how he felt offended by people calling him an anti-Semite. That was a raw, real human moment that swayed a lot of people. He's talking about his policies, repetition, talking about affordability. It's easy, it's simple to digest. And he was all over social media being hilarious. He was out there with the Knicks games, like jumping around with people in the crowd. Like he's just a cool guy you'd want to hang out with.
Jumped in the water. He jumped in the water in January. He's talking
Yeah.
about freezing the rent.
Yeah, authenticity is
Yeah.
the thing. It's not about a win for socialism or leftism, frankly, in my
Right.
opinion, at all. It's about Cuomo was sitting here sounding like an aggrieved guy who wanted a political comeback, while Zohran's talking about helping people and crying,
Yeah.
and showing love. And I think that is the lesson. Be your damn selves, Dems. Be appealing human beings.
So here's some other pieces that I think are analogous to Trump. So, or what Trump Kamala, right? Trump went on podcasts, right? Trump
Yes.
was heavy up on social media. Kamala wasn't in the same way. It was all heavily produced, like commercial type stuff made for TV that they just put on the social media. Mamdani he sat with the podcasts.
He went everywhere.
He talked to young people on social media. Okay. Cuomo and Kamala, heavy TV spend, record TV ad spends, right?
Yeah.
Hired a bunch of consultants and then did what they said in terms of mass media, and the shit doesn't work. It doesn't. Hopefully, all consultants look at this, and people who are going to hire consultants in either party, from Mamdani to fucking Trump, right? You cannot win an election anymore that involves young people if you are going to just do traditional media. You will lose. If you are hoping to turn young voters out, you've got to do social media. You've got to go on the podcast and go on alternative media platforms, Substack, like what you and Don Lemon did the other day. And you got to spend your money doing stuff that's not traditional television. Traditional television actually probably plays against you. It makes you look like a part of the establishment, and that is just poison right now.
Yes, those are perfect analogies. I mean, Cuomo, all that ad spend, And again, there's just more care. He was on the buses. He wasn't among the people. There was just more careful dynamic. And it's the stuff we've been talking about. And the stuff I see in other establishment Democrats that, I see it in Jeffries too sometimes. And, a lot of these people just...
Hey, a bunch of them endorse Cuomo.
Clyburn called him the future of the Democratic Party. It's just like...
He said that?
Yes, he did.
Listen, Jim Clyburn's irrelevant. I gotta say that.
No, I mean, he's been great in the past, but it's just when you're...
He's had his moment, but he's irrelevant.
I think it just also shows the age thing, too.
Yeah.
To him, he's a generation or two down. Right?
From
Clyburn, from Cuomo. So it's like, so if he is the next generation, right? So it's like, what we need is just like...
From the 91-year-olds, right?
Yeah, exactly. People just want realness. Like, that's what we're seeing here. It's just this like... It's just this frustration I have with Democrats who just sometimes... it's just like... I can't even speak because it's so frustrating. Just say it with your chest and stop being afraid.
Right.
Stop being afraid. I see you on these cable hits. I see some of these people, and I'm not like trying to like tout or anything. I'm on TV more than some of them, and I'm just trying to get started and be on here. And why are you not on TV? Why are you not out here trying to practice? You're being careful. You need to carefully coordinate how many times you go on or what you're saying or what you're doing. You should know enough to be able to speak with your chest and say what you believe and stop like trying to calculate literally everything. Human beings can tell when they're talking to you and you're calculating what you are saying. Everyone can read it. And that to me is the definitive human thing here. It's like Mamdani was out here making TikToks, being funny. His old raps were surfacing on TikTok. Yeah. He's just like he's a smart, funny, cool guy that you trust. And that's right. What this fundamentally is all about. And until Democrats get that picture, they're gonna, we can't be having any more buttoned up people here just pretending.
I agree. So I want to end with the like national picture because there's only so much analysis we can do right now. We're going to see what happens with, how the Democratic Party reacts to this, how New York reacts to this. We're going to see. But I think that nationally Dems are on notice.
Yeah.
So one thing that's amazing about this race is that the dude won with a record amount of volunteers on the ground.
Yes.
This is how you beat somebody who's got a bunch of money, is that you need people. And anybody was debating whether or not door knocking made a difference. Like they're looking at this, hopefully thinking twice.
Yep.
And that, there are people that we've worked with in the past who don't want to send us volunteers anymore because they don't think that door knocking is worth it anymore. You see even like large organizations like Indivisible saying, instead of door knocking, I want our people to be going to these marches and rallies and that kind of thing, contacting their elected officials, which needs to happen. And also, this is the time where we
fucking did it, baby.
We did it, baby. We did it. Zohran, yeah.
Oh, someone just dapped you up randomly? That's funny.
The love here is awesome. I'm reminded of Jay-Z being like, spread love, it's the Brooklyn.
Yeah. No, that's how it is there. I'm so jealous you got to be there during the win.
I'm in Brooklyn right now, and it's a lot of love. It's a lot of love.
Oh man,
but
can't wait
I think that people are I think the establishment's on notice. Door knocking is now proven to be viable. Social media is a must. You have got to do social media. In fact, you've got to walk around and talk to people. You got to get out amongst the people. You got to be forced to have live debates in grocery stores and shit. You got to put yourself out there and take some risks, but you got to be accessible. And if you're not all of these things anymore, like this is the blueprint now. If you don't have what he's got, if you don't have humor in there and joy, like all these things that people are like, oh yeah, Kamala did the joy thing, so we're not going to do the joy thing. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's just the consultant class. It's just like,
right.
It's just, enough. Just stop. Yep. Just like run. You know what you should do? Run candidates and have the candidates be themselves. That is the best advice you can give a candidate. And that's what we're seeing here, right? Because like there's, again, the door knocking too, just the strategy front. They were on the ground all the time. Zohran was walking the streets. If you're out in New York, like I saw so many random tweets of people being like, Yo, I just met Zohran when I went to the grocery store. Yo, I just met Zohran at my bodega. Yo, I just met Zohran. He was everywhere. He was all over TikTok. And also, the first time I found out about Zohran, like I told you, was from a door knocker.
Yeah,
and it was way back in the day before. Yeah, and then because
before he had a chance.
And what people don't recognize is, that your phone's always listening. So I talked to that person about Zohran. My phone heard Zohran, and guess what it started serving me on my TikTok account? Zohran content. So it's like you're literally influencing the algorithm by talking. Like, people don't understand how that self-reinforces. And then suddenly everyone's talking about Zohran. You're just constantly being fed this Zohran content. And my TikTok feed just became Zohran land. Like, it was just him all over my feed, in my location, because I'm in New York. He was flooding the zone with all the content.
Yeah.
I was not surprised by his win at all. It makes total sense. And the thing is, if Cuomo wasn't totally, like, let's say if it was Pete Buttigieg running, maybe he would have won, right?
Right.
I don't know, because then it's another authentic candidate who knows his stuff, who might be saying, like, let's be more realistic about the policies, stuff like that. Cuomo wasn't running as a centrist; he was running as an aggrieved comeback kid. That was his campaign. Was I'm a grieved comeback kid. You guys missed me. I was your dad during COVID. You loved me during COVID. Bring me back. That was his campaign, or at least that's the only message that trickled down to me.
And then he was like, things are bad in this city. Things are horrible. Yes. It's going to be so much worse. It was fear mongering, and that shit doesn't work.
That doesn't work unless if you're living outside of the boroughs, or you're like far away and you're like isolated, maybe you'll believe it. But when I'm hearing the countries, the cities in chaos, and I walk outside and I see views like what you're seeing, I see trees, I hear birds chirping, I'm walking my dog, a grandma comes and talks to me, I'm vibing, and my city is so peaceful and love, just filled with love, I'm not going to buy your nonsense, because New York is prosperous as hell. People out here, so they're out here defaming New York, and I think that turned a lot of people off.
And it's a very welcoming city, man. It's one of the things I love about this, and we can wrap up here, but I've been out here for a few days now. We did our documentary screening, and we launched our New York hub, which, if you're watching this in New York, come be a part of our volunteer community here that just launched. I'm at a bodega, man, and I see people, they both speak different languages, and they're communicating to each other. These people, they're still like, hey, yeah, they can get stuff done, and they're helping each other. They were hugging each other, dapping each other up, and it's a special city, man. You're lucky to be out here. I love coming here, and
excited for you to move there eventually. But go ahead.
We will be back. We'll be back for the general. We'll be back to take down Eric Adams / Cuomo, which may be like it's like the Emperor Darth Vader ticket.
No, it's like he's fighting Batman villains. Like we're in Gotham. It's just like Eric Adams is just a criminal, straight up criminal. It's just like, guys, just enough. It's just
ridiculous.
It's just like enough. And yeah, I think that this was just beautiful. It was exciting to see someone that seems like a genuinely good dude. Sure, he's inexperienced, but I don't. The city's not fickle enough to fall under that. He's a smart guy. He'll figure it out, and let's give him a chance.
That's right. All right, man. Good. That's the final word.